Very interesting. That's the man that they call Richmond Adongo. Well, today not active at all and watching from the sidelines. I'm not sure whether he's injured because he actually featured in the last match against St. George, where they lost by 1-0.
Yeah, a lot must have happened between now and practice time. So
well, maybe he may have incurred some injury. Maybe some internal issues, but at least they have Baye Gezahen who's taken control of that striking force. Fikri Jesus looks for Baye. Chance lost. That is a golden opportunity lost.
The pass was magnificent, cutting through Habib and his defenders. He was in a hurry. Yes, he was under pressure from Habib. But again, Baye Gezahen, the man with one goal to his credit this season, should have buried that one to make them two. But again, that is another defensive lapse there from Habib Mohammed. And Ashenak is a guy. But Baye again, he might also himself never know what happened to that one. He should have buried that one for a man.
That is the easiest of chances, Peter. That is an easy chance. It landed on his favorite foot. He was already in 9. He had already seen the goalkeeper. He had the goal as his mercy. He decided to go for power rather than precision. As Ethiopia Insurance trying to mount an attack through Kitika Jima on the left-hand side. Abdul Karim. Back into the midfield, Amir Mudasa. This time round, the involvement of Ashenaki Segai. Again, the pass did not go to the intended player. Clearly, Hadia are going to rule these chances. I think they've had 3 goal-scoring opportunities. They've flapped all of them. In these kind of games, remember that game between Hadia and St. George. Hadia taking control of the game for 90 minutes and St. George getting just one chance through Ismail Aora Agoro in the last minute, and they won the match.
Yes, they lost all the 3 points because of sluggishness in attack, like just they are doing today. Remember, their 3 draws and 2 wins in the last 5 was a 0-0 draw against Awasa, a 2-0 win at Wolkite, and again a 0-0 draw against Fasil, 1-0 win against Ethiopia Buna, and a 2-2 draw against Adama.
Fikri Jesus, Samson Tiraun, still in possession of the ball, trying to look for Temesgen Birhanu. It looks like Temesgen Birhanu was already in an offside position. And as far as Subaleo Mebratu is concerned, the second assistant at the far end of the pitch.
Yeah, Temesgen becoming a bit comfortable in his position. It would be time maybe to switch to the right, maybe, because I think he has become a bit complacent going forward as his team becomes more dangerous in those attacking areas.
Well, Hadia need to realize that they are facing a very, very, very experienced coach. Very, very experienced. I think if not Ubetu Abate, then Gebremedin Haile is one of the most experienced, if not the experienced, as they launch an attack through Samson Tirawu. Again, it's not cleared yet, picked by Birhanu, Fikri Jesus. And this time round, there's very good stop coming in from Amin Mudasa as they launch an attack. 2 players on the floor. As Kitika tries to bring in across, again cleared off the lines by Fraser Kasa. It looks like there's one of the players, that should be Zekai Birhanu. Maybe an off-the-ball incident. Yes, Zekai Birhanu.
I think he tried to turn at the center of that box and he was challenged to the ball. Yes, as we went high to look for the header. Then, yes, a clash of heads there between him and Ashenaki Segai, I must believe.
Well, yes, Ashenaki Segai taking care of Segai Birhanu. It's a battle of the Segais. It looks like that is the coach. Gabremedin Hailu beat Hadia by 1-0 when he was a coach at Sidama. He was also the captain of St. George and the captain of the national team. Apparently, he's the only player or the captain of the national team who's currently coaching in the Ethiopia Premier League. Kitika goes past the past one. And this time round again, Fraser Kasa sends the ball out for a corner.
And as the half moves on, then we see Kitika Jima coming back into the game. Looking like he's finding his footing now after getting lost for most of this first half.
Tekalin Dijene. Can he be able to deliver? There is Basiru in that box. Alongside Asenaki, as Asenaki brings the ball back. This time round, goalkeeper Pepe Seidu takes the ball. Well, as I was telling you that before we take that care of that business, Gebremedin is the only player who played and captained the Ethiopian national team who is a coach in the Ethiopia Premier League.
Absolutely wonderful statistic there. Big accolades for Coach Gebremedin Haile.
Did you get me?
Yes.
Gebremedin is the only player who played for the national team.
And captained it.
And is the only player for the national team who's currently coaching in Ethiopia Premier League.
And he's coaching wonderfully well. He's at number 2 now.
Oh, the man has so many accolades, including winning the Sakafa tournament in 1987 as the captain. He's managed quite a number of teams, including Trans Ethiopia. There are also Banks, Insurance, Guna, Dedibit, Meshal, where he won 2 cups. He also won the title with Jima, and the preceding year, he won the title again with Mekele Saparendata. Coach Sidama won Sekafa as in 2004, that was hosted by Ethiopia. And you can go on and on and on. And what we are looking for is the result on this playing pitch.
Oh yes, and if he will be on top of the Ethiopian Premier League by the end of the 90, that should be enough motivation for him, Coach Gebremedin. I believe he has won more matches with less motivation. There he is the man himself.
Yeah, he also won the Knockup Cup in 2002 on penalty shootout against Ethiopia Electric. And some of the notable legends as Temesgen tries the shot. And this time round again, Abu Bakar Nouri was right on spot.
Yes, that one was a very obvious shot. Never going to trouble any keeper. But again, another shot on target in the statistics for Hadia Hossaina.
10 goal attempts, 7 for Hadia. They are more threatening with only 3 for Ethiopia Insurance.
They look
only
well
one
going
shot on target for Insurance and 3 shots on target for Hadia.
Looking very dangerous going forward, that's for sure.
They get a free kick, and they've left the free kick for the free kick specialist Habib Kemal. The international referee Ashaboka Seboke asking Jesus Teklebirham to move back 10 yards away. He's definitely getting assistance from the first assistant Esubaleo Bembratu. Still urging them to move back. And Fikre Jesus is joined by Samson Tiraun. 2 players standing on the ball. One of them, Abdul Karim Abdul Karim Mohammed. I'm not sure why Worku is still in my lips. As Habib Kemal brings it in. Easy pick for goalkeeper Pepe Sedu.
They are playing those long balls, especially on the higher side, and then very deep near the keeper is never going to trouble goalkeeper like Pepe Sedu and Bokar Nouri, who are definitely able in terms of height.
Well,
and again, Baye Gezain should be very, very careful when it comes to dealing with the referee, because he's on the radar of the referee, and very soon he might find himself in the books.
Habib, big one. Easy pick for goalkeeper Pepe Sedu. The import from Senegal, I think plying their trade in the Ethiopian League for the first time, alongside Ezekiel Morake, the goalkeeper for Ethiopia Buna, the man from Botswana. As we head into the final minute of the first 45. Enoch, can he launch a good one? Trying to play the ball to Samson Tilahun, missing it out altogether. Good interception into the midfield by Basiru Umar. Abdul Karim has literally been involved in all the attacks. As we have 3 more minutes added, the first 45. Nouri. Hadfichu. Big pan forward, Habib Mohammed. Looking for the speed of Kitika Jima. Can he be able to keep it in? No, he can't. He was put in close check by Birhanu Vekelde. Well, that is Coach Joseph Tesfaye, the Ethiopia Buna coach in the house, just to come and check out on the proceedings of this eventful day. Birhanu. Baye, again cleared and picked in the midfield by Haptam Shawalen. Samson Peter, this time round goalkeeper comes in and plays as a typical number 5 with the 2 centre backs. Fraser Kasa and Dagim Nigusi already beaten. Baye Gezain. Baye Gezain. Baye Gezain. Samson Tiraun brings it across again. That's a proper control there. Almost an own goal by Abdul Karim Mohammed. It looks feeble, but dangerous.
Very dangerous, especially as it cuts through the defense on a high. You can see Habib is nowhere. Definitely, it was
Abdul Karim. Samson Teraou clears the ball very far from his partner in crime, Baye, who doesn't control the ball well. As they also again pick it up in the midfield to Samson Teraun. Abdul Karim is all over the pitch. Abdul Karim, the captain, who's playing straight on the right-hand side of the attack as Basiru Umar takes control. Again, Abdul Karim Mohammed, can he be able to bring it in? Yes, he can. It's a good one. It's cleared by Fraser Kasa for a corner. We have about 45 seconds remaining. Your quicker summation of this one?
A game of 2 teams that concentrate mainly on the midfield. But I'll give it to Hadia for getting out of the midfield faster.
Habib Kemal. This could be the last corner. Again, Habib Kemal. Easy pick for goalkeeper Pepe Sedu.
Yes, as I was saying, I was giving it to Hadia for getting out of the midfield faster and creating more chances up front. Only they have been either unlucky or sometimes just careless. But generally speaking, Hadia Hossaina should be leading this match by at least more than 1 goal.
Temesgen looking for Birhanu. 2 things. 1, he didn't handle the ball properly. And 2, the second assistant, Esubaleo Mebratu, feels that there was an offside. And all eyes will be focused on international referee Ashabir Seboka. Yes, you're right. Ashabir Seboka brings the first stanza of this match to a close. Sigai Birhanu has been a thorn in the flesh on the left-hand side of the attack, giving Abdul Karim Mohammed a lot of problems, with Abubakar Nouri standing out top as the main keeper. Well, as we head to the halftime break, grab your Choloni, Sampuna. As we head to halftime break, it's Hadia, 0, and Ethiopia Insurance, 0.
ከመጀመሪያው ግማሽ 45 ደቂቃ የቡድኖቹ ጨዋታ በኋላ ተመልሰናል። ተመልካቾቻችን ጎል አልተመለከትንም በሁለቱ ቡድኖች፣ ነገር ግን ሙከራዎችና ሐሳቦች ነበሩ። ሁለቱን የሜዳ ክፍሎች እንዴት እየተጠቀሙበት እንደነበረ ለመመልከት እንሞክራለን። የኛን ሐሳብ እናነሳለን። እንዲሁም ደግሞ በጨዋታ እንቅስቃሴ ውስጥ ቁጥሮች ምን ይላሉ የሚለውንም ሰፋ አድርገን የምናይ ይሆናል። ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና ከኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት ጋር እያደረጉት ያለውን ጨዋታ ነው እየተከታተላችሁ ያላችሁት። በመካከላቸው የ6 ነጥቦች ልዩነት አለ። ዛሬ የሚያሸንፈው ቡድን ደረጃውን ለማሻሻልና የተሻለ ተፎካካሪ ለመሆን ይጠቀምበታል። በተለይ ደግሞ ኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት 3 ነጥብ የሚያገኝ ከሆነ ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ከሚጫወት ድረስ መሪ መሆኑን የሚያረጋግጥ ይሆናል። ከኃይለ እግዚአብሔር አዳነው ጋር ቆይታ እናደርጋለን ለቀጣዮቹ ደቂቃዎች። ያው የምነሳው አሰልጣኞች የተናገሩት ነገር አለ ጨዋታው ሲጀምርና ምን ያክል እየተገበሩት ነው? ካንተ እይታ ልነሳ።
ያው በጣም አስፈላጊ ጨዋታ ነው ለሁለቱም ቡድኖች። እጅግ በጣም ወሳኝ የሚባል ነጥብ የሚገኝበት ጨዋታ እንደሆነ መጠን ጫናውን ትመለከታለህ። ከዛ በተጨማሪ ደግሞ በጣም ጥንቃቄ ነው የመረጥ ነገር ትመለከታለህ። በሀዲያ ሆሳዕና በኩል ካለፉት ጨዋታዎች እጅግ በጣም በተሻለ ሁኔታ የማጥቃት አፒታይት ያለው ቡድን መሆኑን ተመልክተናል። ጨዋታውን የጀመረውን በዛ መንገድ ነው። ይሄ አጀማመሩ ይመስለኛል ዛሬ እንግዲህ ለመሪነት የሊጉን መሪነት ለመጨበጥ አቅምና ፍላጎት ያለው የኢትዮጵያ መድን ቡድን ባልጠበቀ ሁኔታ ጨዋታውን እንዲጀምር አድርጎታልና ወደ ሪትሙ ለመግባት በጣም ብዙ ጊዜ ወስዶባቸዋል። እንደምታስታውሱ የመጀመሪያዎቹ ደቂቃዎች ላይ ቶሎ ነበር በሀዲያ በኩል ጫና ሲፈጠር ነበር ነው። በኢትዮጵያ መድን በኩል ወደ ማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴ ለመግባት በጣም ብዙ ጊዜ ፈጅቶባቸዋል። ያን ነገር ተመልክተናል። መጀመሪያ አጋማሽ
በተች ላይ ወይም ደግሞ የአሰልጣኞች መቆሚያ ላይ የነበረውን የአሰልጣኞችን እንቅስቃሴ ተመልክተን ምን ያክል ደስተኛ እንዳልነበሩ በደንብ መመልከት እንችላለን። የመጀመሪያውን ሙከራ እንመልከት። በአቡበከር ኑሪ ኳሱን ያዳነበት አክሽን ነው የተመዘገበው።
በትክክል ጨዋታውን በዚህ መንገድ ነው የጀመሩት። ገና 51 ደቂቃ እንኳን አልሞላም። በዚህ ሁኔታ ላይ ጫና ፈጥሮ ሲጫወቱ በጣም አስደናቂ የሚባል ሙከራ ነው ፍቅረ ኢየሱስ ማድረግ የቻሉ። ነገር ግን አቡበከር ኑራ ባለፉት ዓመታት እንደተመለከተው በፕሪሚየር ሊግ ከረጅም የሚሞከሩ ያለቀላቸው እንደዚህ አደገኛ ኳሶችን በማዳን ምናልባት በሱ ደረጃ የሚገኙ ጥቂት ግብ ጠባቂዎች ናቸው። ጥሩ ሾት ስቶፐር የምትለው ነውና ሌሎች የግብ ጠባቂ አስፈላጊ ኳሊቲዎችን መጨመር የሚችል ከሆነ ተክለሰውነቱ ወጣትነቱ ብዙ ነገሩ በቀጣዮቹ ዓመታት በጥሩ ሁኔታ የውድድር ጊዜ እንደሚኖረው የሚያሳይ ይመስላል።
በተለይ ደግሞ ግብ ጠባቂ አእምሮ ነው ወሳኙ ነገር። ከዛ በኋላ በእያንዳንዱ ሪፍሌክስ ውስጥ የሚኖረው አክሽን በጣም ወሳኝ ነው። የተጫዋቹ ያለፉት 2 ዓመታት እድገት በነገራችን ላይ ዘንድሮ ዋጋ እየከፈለለት ያለ ይመስላል።
በትክክል 15 ጨዋታዎችን በቋሚነት የጀመረ ግብ ጠባቂ ነው በኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ። ይሄ እንግዲህ አሰልጣኙ ቡድኑ በሱ ላይ ምን ያክል ከጨዋታ እምነት እያሳደሩ እንደመጡ የሚያሳይ ይመስለኛል።
ሌላኛውን እንቅስቃሴ እንመልከት። አሁንም ከመሀል የተነሳ ነው ጸጋዬ ብርሃኑ ያሳለፍነው ሳምንትም እንደዚሁ ሙከራዎችን ያደርግ ነበር። ታርጌት ይፈልጋል።
ጸጋዬ ብርሃኑ እንደገና ደግሞ ባየ ገዛኸኝ ተመስገን ብርሃኑ ፊት ላይ የሚገኙት የሀዲያ የማጥቃት ባህሪ ያላቸው ተጫዋቾች ተመሳሳይነት ትመለከትባቸዋለህ። በጣም ታታሪ ናቸው። የማይቆሙ ተጫዋቾች ናቸው። እድሎችን ይፈጥራሉ። ወደ ግብ ክልል በመጠጋት በጣም ጥሩ ናቸው። ነገር ግን የመጨረሻ አውትፑታቸው በጣም ደካማ ነው የምትለው። ምክንያቱም እድላቸውን ወደ ውጤት በመቀየር ረገድ በጣም ደካማ የምትለው ቡድን ነው። በሊጉ ዝቅተኛ ጎል ካስቆጠሩ 3 ቡድኖች አንዱ ነው ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና።
ሜዳ ላይ ከሚገኙ በጣም ጥሩ የግል ክህሎት ካላቸው ተጫዋቾች መካከል አንዱ ነው ሀቢብ ከማል። የመጀመሪያው ግማሽ ላይ ጥሩ የአንድ ለአንድ ግንኙነት የማሸነፍ እንዲሁም ደግሞ የቆሙ ኳሶች አጠቃቀሙ ላይ በእርግጥ ማስተካከል አለበት። ይሄኛውን የሱ ሙከራ ነው የምንመለከተው። ጫናውን እዚህ ነው የጀመሩት።
እንግዲህ በዳግም ንጉሴ ነው ከኋላ ኳሱን መስቶ ለመውጣት ጥረት በሚያደርግበት ጊዜ ሳመን ፒተርስ ጫና ፈጠረበት። ኳሱን ሀቢብ አገኘው። ሀቢብ 2-3 አማራጮች ነበሩት። ነገር ግን ራሱን ተማምኖበታል። 3 የሚደርሱ ተጫዋቾችን ካለፈ በኋላ ነው ራሱን ለመምታት ያዘጋጀው። ጥሩ የሚባል ሙከራ ነው ያደረገው፣ ግን ከዚህ የተሻለ ነገር ማድረግ ይችል ነበረ። የተጫዋቹ ቴክኒካል ችሎታ በጣም በራስ መተማመኑ ከፍ ስላደረገው በተመለከተ ሁኔታ ሙከራ አድርጓል።
አብዛኛውን ጊዜ ተጫዋቾች ሀቢብ ያለበት ቦታ ላይ መድረስ ነው የሚያቀታቸው። እሱ ከባዱን ሰርቶ ነው እዛ የደረሰው። መጨረሻ ላይ አጨራረሱ እንዳልከው ማስተካከል ይችል ነበር።
በትክክል ሁለቱም ቡድኖች ላይ የተመለከተው ነገር ካየ በሀዲያ ሆሳዕና በኩል ፊት ላይ ጫና መፍጠር፣ አማካይ ክፍል መሀል ለመሀል የማጥቃት አይነት ፍላጎት ተመልክተናል። በኢትዮጵያ መድን በኩል ደግሞ በቀኝ በኩል በሀቢብ እንዲሁም ደግሞ አብዱል ከሪም ባሉበት ቦታ ላይ የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴ ነው ሲያደርጉ የነበረውና በተለይ ኪቲካ ወደ ጨዋታው ሪትም አለመግባቱ ሀቢብ የትኩረት ማዕከል ነው ባለፉት ሳምንታት ከነበረው እንቅስቃሴ በመነሳትና እንደፈለገም ነፃነት የሚያገኝ አይመስለኝም። ባገኛት አጋጣሚ ግን ምን ያክል አደገኛ ተጫዋች መሆኑን ያስመሰከረ ሙከራ ነው ያደረገው።
ተመስገን ብርሃኑ ሌላኛው በጨዋታው እንግዲህ ተጽዕኖ እንደሚፈጥር ቀደም ብለን ያነሳነው ተጫዋች ነው። በእርግጥ ካነሳነው ሀሳብ ጋር መሄድ አይደለም እንቅስቃሴው፣ ግን አንዳንድ ብልጭ የሚሉ ነገሮች አይተናል።
መድረስ ላይ ችግር የለባቸውም የሀዲያ አጥቂዎች፣ እድሎችን ይፈጥራሉ። አጨራረስ አሁንም ወደ 3ኛው የሜዳ ክፍል በመጠጋት ረገድ ምንም እንከን የማታወጣለት ቡድን ነው። በመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ በጣም አስደናቂ የሚባል እንቅስቃሴ ነው ማድረግ የቻሉት። እንግዲህ ብርሃኑ በቀለ ነው አሁን የተመለከትነው። በመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ብቸኛው የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴ ተሳትፎ ይሄ ነው። ወደፊት ሲመጣ ግን ምን ያክል አደገኛ ተጫዋች እንደሆነ ቡድኑን በማጥቃት ረገድ ምን ያክል እንደሚያጠናክረው ተመልክተናል። ወጣቱ ተመስገን ይህንን ወደ ጎል መቀየር ነበረበት።
እንግዲህ ከኋላ ብርሃኑ በቀለ ተነስቶ ለማጥቃት የመጨረሻው ሳጥን ላይ ደረሰበትና ተመስገን ብርሃኑ የመጨረሻ ደካማ የሚባል አይደለም፣ ጥሩ ነው። ነገር ግን ከዚህ የተሻለ ማድረግ ነበረበት። ሌላኛውን እንቅስቃሴ እንመልከት። በጨዋታው ላይ ከተመለከትናቸው
የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ወርቃማ ዕድል ይሄ ይመስለኛል።
የተሳቱ ዕድሎች ናቸው።
ይሄ በጣም ወርቃማ ዕድል ይመስለኛል። ባየ ገዛኸኝ እየደገምነው ነው። ወደፊት ይሄዳሉ፣ እድሎችን ያገኛሉ፣ አይጨርሱም። ይሄ የሀዲያ ሆሳዕና ትልቁ ችግር ነው። ፍቅረ ኢየሱስ ግሩም ኳስ ነው ማቀበል የቻለው። አብዱል ከሪም ባየ በጨዋታ እንዲቆይ አድርጎታል። ጥሩ ኳስ ነበር ያገኘው፣ ሞክሮታል። ከዚህ በላይ ማድረግ ይጠበቅበት ነበር።
ከመምታት በፊት ጎሉን ይኸው ይባላል። እሱም ቢያደርግ ኖሮ ምናልባት ቀላል ሊሆንለት ይችል ነበር።
ከዚህ በላይ ይጠበቅበት።
እስኪ የግብ ሙከራዎችን እንመልከት። 11 የሚጠጉ ሰፊ የግብ ሙከራዎች ተደርገዋል። ከነዚህ ውስጥ የጠበቁት 5 ናቸው። 3ቱን ሀዲያ ሆሳዕናዎች፣ 2ቱን ደግሞ ኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት ወስደዋል። 44 ከመቶ የኳስ ቁጥጥር መሀል ክፍል ላይ ነበር። የጨዋታው ትዕይንት የት እንደሆነ የኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት ሜዳ ላይ ያለው የተጫዋቾች ቆይታ ያሳያል። 34 ለ24 ከመቶ ነው። ለውጦች ሊኖሩ ይችላሉ። ሁለተኛው ግማሽ ላይ ፈጣን ለውጦች ላናይ እንችላለን አይደል?
በሀዲያ ሆሳዕና በኩል ጥያቄው የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽን እንቅስቃሴ መድገም ይችላሉ። ምክንያቱም ወደ ጎል በደረስክ ቁጥር ደጋግመህ እድሎችን በፈጠር ቁጥር የማግባት እድልን እየሰፋ ይመጣል። እድሎችን ፈጥሯል፣ ቶሎ ደርሰዋል። ያን ወደ ውጤት መቀየር ይችላሉ ወይ? ትልቁ ጥያቄ ነው። እንግዲህ ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ ብዙም በችኮላ የሚያስቀይራቸው ነገር አለ ብዬ አላስብም። አሰልጣኝ ገብረ መድህን ኃይሌ ሀፍታይም ማኔጅመንት ላይ በጣም ጥሩ ናቸው። ቲማቸውን በስነ ልቦና ማዘጋጀት ላይ በጣም ውጤታማ ናቸው። ይሄ እንግዲህ ሲዝኑን በደንብ የሚነግረን ይመስለኛል። አሁን እንደምንመለከተው ብሩክ ሙልጌታ ማጥቃቱን የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴውን የማገዝ አይነት ነገር እየተመለከትን ነው። እንግዲህ ፍላጎት እንዳለ ተመለከታለን። ደከም ብሏል። ኪቲካ ጀማ ያለፉት ሳምንታት ጨዋታውን አይደለም እያስመለከተን የምንገኘውና ምናልባት ቅያሬው እዛ አካባቢ ሊሆን ይችላል።
እንግዲህ አሰልጣኝ ገብረመድህን ኃይሌ ሁለተኛው ግማሽ ላይ ከመልበሻ ክፍል በኋላ ምን ሊያደርግ ይችላል የሚለውን እንግዲህ ቀድሞ እያሟሟቁ የሚገኙ ተጫዋቾችን ጨምሮ ፈጣን ለውጦች እናያለን ወይንስ ባለበት ይቀጥላል የሚለውን እንመለከታለን። በሁለቱም ቋንቋዎች ጨዋታዎቹን እንድትከታተሉ ከወዲሁ ጋብዛችኋለን። የዛሬው የጨዋታ የቀጥታ ስርጭት ፒተር ኪሩምባና ጊልበርት ሲልቫ በእንግሊዝኛ የጨዋታ የቀጥታ ስርጭት፣ ኃይለ እግዚአብሔር አዳኖምና ሰኢድ ኪያር ደግሞ በአማርኛ የጨዋታ የቀጥታ ስርጭት ይጠብቋችኋል። የቤትኪንግ የኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግን በልዩ ቻናላችን እየተከታተላችሁ ትገኛላችሁ። ጥሩ ጊዜ ሁላችሁ ተመልካቾቻችን።
Hosaዕna and Ethiopia Insurance. Well, the team that is just walking in is led by Gezahen, the striker on the Hosaዕna side. They are in white with a patch of brown on their chest. And the team warming up in blue with white stripes is Ethiopia Insurance. There are quite a number of good players in that team, including Abdul Karim Mohammed, who has been a solid performer on the right-hand side of the defense for the Ethiopia Insurance side. He also the captain. And also Kitika Jima, an international who just did duty for Ethiopia in the Chan tournament, also in the mix. Well, quite a number of fans just coming into this one to add more color to an otherwise very, very entertaining encounter between these two sides that are looking for two different things. Ethiopia Insurance is looking to dethrone St. George in first position. They are on 27 points right now. 28 to be precise because of this draw in the first half. And St. George are on 29. The big man, Richmond Agdongo, today missing completely from the lineup on this Hosaዕna side, as his position has already been taken over by Gezahen, who has clearly had two golden opportunities to put Hadia on top, but failed to utilize. Bakar Nouri, a caller for the national team, has also had fantastic outing so far in the first stanza, with Seydou picking most of the aerial balls because Ethiopian Insurance have failed to strike from a distance in the first half. International referee Ashaber Seboka will be assisted by Tamiru Adam, together with Subaleo Mebratu and Yasu Tefente. With matchcom will be Fikadu Girma. But you can also be able to follow us through the Amharic commentary, where Said Kier and Haile Gebier and Dadom will be bringing it to you live, while you can follow me, Gilbert Mabisi Serewa, and I'll be in the company of Peter Kirumba. Hashtag SS Football is our Twitter account, just in case you want to throw in a few words or so on the progression of this one, as we welcome you back to the Dridao International Stadium, being the second stanza between Hadi Hosaዕna and Ethiopia Insurance. Again, a shot from a distance of Bayegese, literally called into action twice by failing to please Coach Jared Gemechu, the man with a master's degree in sports science, as I welcome Peter Kirumba back into the second stanza.
Yeah, thank you, Gilbert. And I look at the Ethiopian Insurance side. They really need something to boost their chances up front. And as I look at their bench, they still have Beruk Mulugeta, who is their second top goal scorer with 4 goals. I think if he comes in for maybe Akitika Jima, who has not been doing so well in the first half, very quiet in the first half, and maybe Coach Gabriel Medin Haile will hear me and think of making such changes as also Hadi Hosaዕna have men like Steven Nyarko and Melese Mishamo in their ranks to come and look if their chances will get better in the second half.
Again, a congested midfield as they try to start a quick one through Tesfaye Birhanu. Again, the referee calls back that action as Pepe Seydou is called to try and punt the ball forward. The import from Senegal with a big punt forward, intercepted in right of the midfield. As they continue mounting attack after the other, Samson Teraun. He tries to find Bayegese. Again, a strong performance from Habib Mohamed, the centre back, playing alongside Ashenaki Sigai. Cleared. Basir Umar. Again intercepted with Hadi Hosaዕna taking full control of the first few minutes of this game. Haptam Shawalen. Well, denied by Dakim Negusie.
Yes, Hadi are looking that they're continuing when they left in the first half, taking control especially of the midfield, looking at the wide areas going forward. But Bayegese has to at least try and stop holding the ball for too long. Maybe it will increase their fortunes going forward, because Bayegese has been holding the ball a bit too long.
Tekalen Dejene with a throw-in. Again, intercepted by Birhanu Vekelde. Back to Tekalin. Looking for Simon Pierre. Again, intercepted by Kasa, who has been infringed upon by Simon Peter. Today, completely marked out of this game. They've really not given him any chance to strike on goal. And there's definitely going to be some activity on both benches, with the French players being warmed up on either side of the pitch. Pepe. It looks like Hadia taking full control of this one in the first few minutes of the second half, as Bahir is called to action. Again, a battle between Simon Peter and Dagim Negusie. This time round, Simon Peter floors Dagim Negusie, with the referee international as Eshabir Saboke in close proximity to the scene of crime.
Yes, that was definitely going to be a foul. 2 men on the run, 2 big men wrestling each other for the ball, and definitely a clash of bodies was imminent.
Pepe. Big punt forward again. Poor clearance from Habib Mohamed as He knocks the ball out for the first corner of the second half of this Hadia side that is really asking questions. Looking at the way they are playing, it's just a matter of time before they get answers. Samson Tirahu. Can he be able to deliver? He's taking his time, just ensuring that the ball is in the right place as Yared Gemechu puts pressure on his players at least to get one for him. Finish on a good note. Bae, it's a good one. Goalkeeper comes out, punches it very far. Again, a strike from a distance from Briano Bekele. Intercepted, didn't have power behind it, and they let the ball to roll out as they launch another attack through a throw-in from Birhanu Bekele. Temesgen. And they leave it for goalkeeper Abubakar Nouri. He's conceded 19 goals so far. 7 of them were against Ethiopia, St. George, rather in the first game. They started on a very poor note, going down by 7 goals to 1 against St. George, but have recovered to be amongst the top contenders of this league this season. Habib Mohammed, Samson Telahoun, and always trying to find the speed is the guy Birhanu, but they need to give him some perfect balls, balls that he can be able to handle.
Yeah, the ball's not really precise. They're just being knocked forward. He should be given balls that really speak to his feet, because he's got the pace, he's got the quality of possession. All he needs is good quality service. And the kind of football being played by Habib Mohammed, of just clearing his lines every time there is danger. It could be easy.
As Baye gets ahead, gets control of the ball, Samson Telahoun and tries to go past the Amir Mutasa. He is helped out by one Temesgen Birhanu. Again brought down. Really, it's a guy, Birhanu, causing all sorts of problems on that flank that is being banned by Abdul Karim Mohammed.
Yes, I told you, football players could be the best actors in the world.
Samson Telahoun preparing a cross. Can he bring it in? Yes, he can. Again, the ball is headed out by Basiru Umar as Arfichu tries to bring it back. Again, cleared by Shenaki Segai. Habib. Big man forward. And clearly, Habib Kemal was not anticipating that ball. He expected that that ball was going to be planted onto his feet or too close to him. Again, they lose an opportunity for a counter-attack.
Yes, and every time the ball is in the air, it really even plays in the favor of insurance. They seem to be liking the ball to be up in the air, denying Hadia the chance to keep the ball on the ground.
Well, a foul on Kitika Jima, who has been quiet. 3 goals to his credit so far, but he will be battling it out with Frikir Jesus Tekle Birham in that midfield. It's not going to be easy. It has not been easy for Ethiopia Insurance, really, as they try to mount an attack through Amir Mudasa. It's a long one, cleared by Arfichu, picked in the midfield by Habib Kemal. They're trying to find out Abdul Karim Mohammed. Again, Mohammed. He's in control. Can he be able to bring it in? Yes, he can. Again, poor control there. The shot that really did not hit the mark here. An easy pick from Pepe Sedu.
Yes, Amir Mudasir being a very feeble shot coming in. That's a very feeble shot coming from Amir Mudasir.
Well, it's a handball appeal there, really. Again, the referee did not see it as goalkeeper Abubakar Nouri comes in at the nick of time to start a quick counter-attack through Abdul Karim Mohammed. Habib Kemal. Abdul Karim. Again, little chip. But as far as the second assistant, Subelo Mebratu, is concerned, Habib was already in an offside position. There's been very good communication between the three guys in the middle of this action. That is the international referee Ashebel Sebok alongside the two assistants Tamiru Adam and the Subale Mebratu. Their communication has been absolutely outstanding so far in this game. 54 minutes gone on the clock. Ashenaki Sigai denied. It's interesting that none of these teams had strung at least 4-5 consecutive passes. Saptamu Shewalen tries to get one through Simon Peter, who's brought down by Fraser Kasa, who is already in the bad books of the referee, and Fraser Kasa receives his second yellow card and is out of the game. He's gone. Well, he's been outstanding. Fraser Kasa, really, he's been outstanding. He should have known, he should have realized that any little foul that he makes will definitely send him to early showers. Well, he doesn't even complain, he just walks out.
Yes, he knew it. And you can tell from Simon Peter, he just goes into those tackles deliberately, knowing very well that Fraser Kasa has a yellow. And Fraser Kasa comes right into the trap of Simon Peter and gets another yellow to make them two and a red card. That was a very technical red card coming from Simon Peter.
He just took one for the team, and too much complaint by Baye Gezahen again sends him into the wrong books, so the wrong side of the referee. As the referee flashes out a yellow card to Baye Gezahen. I'm not sure why they are overreacting, because they are actually in total control of this match, and therefore it will call for reorganization by coach Jared Gemechu. With that yellow card or the red card that has been flashed to Fraser Kasa. And now they will have to sacrifice either a midfielder or a striker in order to bring in a central defender.
My hunch is a striker, because in the center of midfield, if they try to touch that midfield, then there'll be a problem, because already sometimes they're outnumbered when they're going forward.
It's possible, but Caleb Upshet, who played in the last game, is also seated on the bench. Therefore, if he wants to ensure that his center defense is tight or compact, then Caleb Upshet would demand that would be coming in. But anyway, we leave it to Jared Gemechu as Tekalin Dejene prepares one alongside Haptamu Shewalen. Now they have one-man advantage before any substitutions are made. Is it going to be Tekalin Dejene or Haptam Shewalen? And Hadia need to keep their temperament down, because they are really worked up. As Haptam Shewalen brings in a good one. Oh, picked easy. It was always Simon Pierre or Simon Peter coming in. Again, easy pick.
As the ball gets afloat, keeper right in his eyes, the ball bounces right in the center of the defense and into the keeper's hands very safely. Baye should look at his temperament. I think he's a bit too agitated for the referee's liking. And that was definitely an offside. I don't know what he's angry about.
Well, 8 offsides so far. Hadia with 5, and Insurance scored 3 times. Well, Ethiopia Insurance has another record. I think this is an Ethiopian record. As Samson Terahun tries to find Fikri Jesus with the shot! Good save again from goalkeeper Nuri. Again, the 4th time they've shot on goalkeeper, but it's always a point.
Yes, as the ball comes to Fikri Jesus, there's only one thing on his mind: to set it. And you see the keeper. His eyes on the ball, very acrobatic save. Good one from Abubakar Nuri.
Well, he's enjoying. He's really enjoying. Goalkeeper Abubakar Nuri on the Ethiopia Insurance side. He's been a cog in that goal for the Ethiopia Insurance, with Hadia mounting one attack after the other. The record that is being held by Insurance is that it's the only team that has been relegated 3 times and re-promoted 3 times in the Ethiopia Premier League. That's quite a record. They've waited for 8 years before they got an opportunity to come back. As they mount an attack, it looks like they were asking for a foul here with Sigai Pirano bumping into the goalkeeper. And referee Ashabiri Seboka has to recall the play back.
Yes, the ball is floated up. Habib on his chest, and Segai comes in between keeper and defender.
The only player who is protected on that pitch, really, once you bump into him, is the goalkeeper.
He's the keeper.
And of course, when you talk about being in total control of that ball, the guy was not in control of the ball. He actually impeded the goalkeeper by bumping him down to the floor before he had any touch on the ball.
Yes, and he was not even facing the goal. It was not a direct scoring opportunity. So again, there will be no claim for penalty there, as the players, again, hold a little meeting of their own.
It's just a quick reorganization from the captain. And I think he's just trying to reorganize. As they say from goalkeeper Noor, good shot. There's a lot of time and space that was accorded to Fikriyesus Tekebirham. 2 goals to his credit so far this season, and not the kind of player to let loose in and around the box.
There he is, the man who has had 2 goal attempts, 2 very good goal attempts, I must say, and 2 very good saves from Abu Bakr Nouri. In fact, the best saves of the day have come between Abu Bakr Nouri and Fikriyesus Tekebirham.
Well, talking about people who know more about what is going on are those fans on the terraces. They will tell you the player that has played outstandingly. That is the coach who was a coach, has been an assistant coach at Sidama. He has also been an assistant coach at Awasa and also at Hadia. He holds a master's degree in sports science. Shots on target 4 on Hadia's side. He has done very well, absolutely. He has done very well. He has outplayed the other coach on the other side, Gebremedil Haile. It looks like they are struggling with Haile trying to prepare Jonas Girmau. Girmau is a midfielder. Looks like the indications are that his midfield is not ticking and therefore needs some reorganization.
Yes,
Umar.
Girmau is a midfielder that has at least 1 goal to his credit this season.
Simon. Oh. It's a loose nut, but he just clears the ball instead of striking the ball well, as they also, Hadia, make a substitution by bringing in Girma Bekele, a midfielder, and out goes Temesgen, an offensive player.
Yes, I think Girma Bekele will be deployed to defensive, I'm not wrong, but wait and see where exactly he goes to fit in, because remember, they are playing with 10 men.
As they try to launch the balls forward, clearly Girma Bekele will be called upon to play as right back. That is Muntari, the big goalkeeper from Ghana, playing his trade with the Hawassa Ketema. They tied their match against Albamich 1-1 a few days ago. Once again, a corner is mounted on the right-hand side. Abdul Karim, good pick, drops back. Habib Kemal, cleared away by Samson Terawun. Typical defending by Habib Mohamed. He's a no-nonsense defender. I think his first rule is to clear his lines if he's in danger. Baye, Fikriyesus. He plays the ball wide to Zegai. Zegai again. Good control, good communication between Amir and Habib Mohammed as they clear the lines. Try to activate the attack through Kitika Jima. Kitika Jima, supported by Basir Umar, into the midfield. Simon Peter, Haptam Shewalen, Abdul Karim. He has all the time in the world. Can he be able to bring it in? No. He decided to circulate the ball through Ashenaki Segai. But they're trying to find some inroads because the center penetration has lacked in this one. As they again try to beat Harfichu. And Harfichu realized that he's all alone in the box and clears the ball out to no man's land.
The minute, yes, that one should have gone in as a handball there. There was a handball claim. Yes, definitely the ball touched the hand of Samson Tilahun. But again, as Ethiopia Insurance trying to string a few passes together to go into attack, then Hadia Hossaina are getting back in numbers.
There is a definite substitution there. Amir Mudasa is being withdrawn and Jonas Kirimau brought in. And we also have Simon Peter leaving the scene, and in his place, Yared Daza. Well, it's very evident that Simon Peter has completely been outbacked by Dagim Negusie. Therefore, the inclusion of another striker might open up as they try to launch one. Birhanu. And again, the man was stood out very tall in that defense. Habib Mohammed just comes in at the nick of time to head it out for a corner. Birhanu Bekele. Quite a number of players in white. Again, cleared off the lines. It's not a well-taken corner, but he still gains himself a throw-in. Samson, back to Birhanu. Intercepted by Kitika Jima. The big man forward looking for Habib Kemal. Intercepted. Fikri Jesus. Birhanu. Well, cut back. Very intelligent play. This time received and it's in the box. Well, goalkeeper fails to save it. And again, Habib Mohammed is a 2 against 2. 2 against 2. It's now 3 against 3. Well, they took too long, and there is a recovery on the right-hand side as Bihiru gets with a shot, and it's Habib Kemal with an open opportunity. That's the first time that they've come so close to scoring. Habib Kemal knows that it was easy to put the ball into the net than miss it.
Look at the passing, so swift. That was the pass to die for. And for a man who has scored 7 times this season, yes, the goalkeeper tried to narrow the angle for Habib Kemal. But again, Habib Kemal is able to do much, much better than that, as he has shown us before. He knows it. He missed it. He was in a hurry to score, and it's still 0-0.
Oh, that's the first raid. It is the first raid by Ethiopia Insurance. Really, 9 goal attempts by Hadi as they go in for the 10th one. And through Birhan with a shot. Again, stopped by Haptam Shewalen. And they're out of the woods. 7 shots on target, 4 on Hadia and 3 on Ethiopia Insurance. As both teams step into 5th gear now, they realize it's 68 minutes with about 22 minutes remaining on the clock. And time is of essence if they have to pick 3 points from this one. Again, Dejene. Habib Mohammed cleared. Girma Bekele, who has now dropped back as a right back and allowed Birhanu Bekele to move up in offensive. Shewalen playing very, very deep in his own half. Haptam Shewalen just dropping back to allow Jonas Kirimeu to move, to push up as a typical number 10 while he holds fort into the midfield as a holding midfielder. Habib looking for the other Habib on the right-hand side of the attack. Abdul Karim, Bahiru. He tries to find Abdul Karim again. Cleared away by Arfichu. And now Jonas Jerimeu has an opportunity to touch onto the ball the first time, but only this time with his hands as he leaves the mantle of throwing the ball to Abdul Karim. Girmel. Abdul Karim. Bahiru. And that's Abdul Karim. There is a counter-attack again by Gezahen. I think he's just run his stockings off.
Yeah, I think he's looking a very tired by Gezahen. And as you look at how that cross has come in through Brihanu Bekele, that was a good save coming in from Abubakar Nouri. Very dangerous. The guy was right there with him. But again, the keeper came out and saved the day. Some of the best football has been played in the midfield here, only that there are too many knocks in an attempt to control the department. All the same with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, that is the St. George team manager, Adane Girma. St. George will have an opportunity to play the home team, Dredawa, in this particular place on Sunday. A match that is expected to be very, very explosive because Dredawa have lost 3 consecutive matches back home and not looking good for the entire technical bench.
And again, they have an uphill task against the defending champion. Then it must be a fixture they look forward to.
Absolutely, and the one man that is really looking forward to that fixture is none other than Yordane Sabay as Insurance try to mount an attack through the midfield. Goalkeeper Pepe coming out at the nick of time just to punch that ball away.
I'm seeing a very tired looking by Gezahen for Hadia Hossaina.
Well, there's also some activity on the Hadia side. They are preparing Melese Mishamo and also Desta Mamouche. Desta Mamouche, one of the players who was brought in by Hadia in the second stanza last season after quite a number of good players left the team. He has not featured in any of these games this season. I think he's coming in as his first time as they try to mount attack again through Kitika Jima. Haptam on the right-hand side. Yared! Oh, a lot of people expecting that Yared was going to bring a cross because Habib Kemal was right on the other side waiting for that cross.
Look at the ball as it bounces the first time. He has got options in the center of the box there. He just went the selfish direction, but all the same.
Well, they've sacrificed Samson Tirahun and in his place Melese Mishamo. And also looks like there's another substitution coming in. That's Desta Mamouche. And I think Baye Gezahen has been sacrificed. What do you think about the substitution?
I had said it before, Baye Gezahen looking very tired, but Desta Mamouche is also a forward, and I believe in the center of that, for him to be the target up front, he has to have fresh legs. That is a like for Desta Mamouche and Baye Gezahen. Good substitution, especially looking at the clock. That is a good substitution.
It's a clash of heads. As Ethiopia Insurance also prepare another substitute in Biruk Mulugeta. Biruk Mulugeta is a forward. The kind of misses that have been coming in, Habib Kemal will definitely be one of the players that might be sacrificed in this one.
Yes.
Well, the man who has just been sent out, Fraser Kasa, sitting. And this is actually the foul that sent him to the terraces.
He was well beaten. He was well beaten, and he just followed him with a long foot from behind. that definitely was the second yellow card. It was a bookable offense. And since it was his second, now we see Biruk Mulugeta in there. The man has 4 goals to his credit this season. Coming to look at, to sharpen the attack in terms of looking for goals, because now it's either now or never, because St. George are still, if it ends like this, are still 1 point above Insurance.
Again, as the Mount on attack, and it's a huge miss, but the man was just come in to replace Habib Kemal. That is Biruk Mulugeta, clearly with the goalkeeper Pepe to beat. He flaps another opportunity as they get a quick corner. Abdul Karim.
They understand perfectly who has come in. The good positioning by Habib Kemal.
Jonas trying to bring in a cross. Jonas Grimeo as Abdul Karim Mohammed goes down. And the Ethiopia Insurance coach Gebre Medin Hail making a very, very important substitution, and immediate impact being failed through Biruk Mulugeta. Well, the captain has really been solid, acting as an offensive player from a wing-back position. And that man from Senegal, Pepe Seydou, has already conceded 6 goals so far this season, but doing a very, very good job between the sticks for Hosa'ina.
Yes, it is a very good average, considering only 6 goals out of 15 outings. That is a very good average coming in from the goalkeeper there. But just as we said at the beginning of the match, Abdul Karim Mohammed, always wanting to venture up front, has been very, very industrious for this side, Ethiopian Insurance.
Pepe Seydou. It's a big one. Into the midfield as they try to mount another attack through Yared Daza. Dagim Negusie. Again, one in the midfield. And this time round is Fikre Jesus, Tekle Birham, being closed down, but the man was just coming, Jonas Geremau, who always puts on the luminous green boots.
Yeah, sometimes trying to do too much, getting...
Fikre Jesus, again, luminous blue, as he tries to bring one in, and it's cleared by Habib Mohammed, who has done an outstanding job protecting the taller Abubakar Nouri.
Up there, and again, the same man, Habib Mohammed, puts his head on the ball to give away a corner. Yes, he's been a rock in that defense, always clearing his lines.
6 corners against Insurance, 4 against Hadia, with 1 red card to Fraser Kassa. As Fikre Jesus, Tekle Birham tries to bring in, there is also Memush in there with a flicker. Memush, his first touch on the ball, this time trying just to flicker the ball, but it went over the bar.
As the corner comes in, you can see the kind of flick that is Girma Bekele is trying, but it gets fully on his head, doesn't come in as a flick. And again, the push and shove in that defense again gives him some kind of discomfort, which I think he is well over.
But it looks like the captain has left the scene, and his place has been taken by the number 18, Wogene Gezahen. Well, from our records, Wogene Gezahen is actually a midfielder, replacing a right back, meaning that there's going to be some reorganization on the Ethiopia Insurance side. Not sure exactly where he's going to fit. As they mount another attack on the right-hand side, stopped by Dagim Negusie. Looking for Memush, Desta Memush at the top. Clearly tracked by Ashenaki Tsigai. The no-nonsense defender, Habib. this time round decides to activate an attack through tackling Dejene. Big one. Looking for Kitika Jima. Can he keep it in control? Yes, he can. While he's being tracked down by Birhanu Bekele. And he brings down Birhanu Bekele.
Again, you can tell Birhanu Bekele is well beaten. But again, the referee saw very, very differently from me.
Well, as things stand, Ethiopia Insurance is still in second position, but with the 28 points, just one behind St. George. And Hadia have moved on to 22 points, still in the same position, 4 behind Bahidda. Dagim. Well, almost thought that there was a miscommunication between Habib Mohammed and his goalkeeper Abubakar Nouri. Both of them have been outstanding. It would be a big blow for them if one of them was to make a mistake with only 10 minutes remaining on the clock.
Yes, but again, you can see, oh, that was very, very deliberate. Coming in from Beruk Marcus.
Dagim, he lets the ball. And this time round, Pepe Seydou, the Senegalese goalkeeper, just comes in at the nick of time.
As the ball bounces, the second bounce, their keeper, Pepe Seydou, reading perfectly, reading the danger very well. Good goalkeeping.
Jonas Gurma. Again, they lose it out in the midfield through Biruk Marcos. Basir. Tackling Dejene. Basiru. Haptam Shewalen. Kitika. Jonas Girimeo brought down. The referee feels there's no infringement. Urges the players to go on as the two Bekeles are involved into the attack. Mimush. Closely marked by Habib Mohammed for a throw-in. As it looks like there's a player on the floor, that should be Segai Birhanu. Well, has had a good time on this pitch. It's interesting to note that the team in white with the brown patch, that is Hadia Hossaina, are playing with one man less. And still, they're playing like there's still 11 players on that pitch.
Yes, they're really running around the pitch, trying to cover every space there is, trying not to give a chance, especially in midfield, to the Ethiopian Insurance side, who could be very, very little going forward. But again, the style of play by Hadia Hossaina is giving them the advantage. When they go forward, they look very dangerous, which means that Insurance have no time to come attacking. Really kept them busy so far.
Tackling Dejene. In the battle between Dejene and the man who has just joined us, Melese Mishamo, as Habib Mohammed comes in to help out on his left back. And it looks like there is another substitution with Segai Birhanu being withdrawn after that injury, and his position being brought Caleb Veyene.
Very tactical, if you must ask me, because for a defender to come in at this time, it means either consolidate the draw or just get satisfied with that 1 point, which could be very dangerous in the last minute because sometimes the tempo really rises.
Well, I'm sure that Caleb Veyene will act as both a defender on the left and also a wing back in case they are in possession of the ball. So that's exactly where Segai Birhanu was playing. with 263 complete passes for Hadia and 301 complete passes for Insurance. Clearly, Insurance taking control of the second half, on the second stanza of this game, as Birhanu picks the ball in a very advanced position here. Bekele. Big pan forward from the man who's just joined us after picking up from Samson Tiraun, that is Melese Mishamo. That did not really hit the intended purpose. As we enter into the 85th minute of the game. It's a big pan forward by goalkeeper Abubakar Nouri. Mahanchi's Ethiopian Insurance need to at least utilize that one-man advantage that they have so far as they try to mount an attack through Basiru Umar.
It has really been difficult to manipulate the spaces in midfield, especially now that they have one-man advantage.
Well, as Fikre Jesus is charged for bringing down Tekalin Dejene. The international referee Asheber Sabok has been tough customer. 34 fouls in total, 15 on Hadia side and 19 on the Insurance side as they mount a counter-attack through Memush. And clearly Memush was in a hurry because it was 2 against 1. And the man who was approaching was Caleb Beyene. And surely with the correct kind of pass, that would have proved to be extremely dangerous.
That was definitely going to be dangerous. Only one defender in sight. A low hard cross coming in to Caleb Beyene would have made a difference right here. But again, it is just one of the statistics of chances that have been lost in this match. Too many.
Well, I'm just hoping that the same events that happened when they played against St. George do not happen against Insurance, because they actually outplayed St. George in most of the actions, but finally they lost through a very, very silly mistake in the last 2 minutes of the game, giving Ismail Aora Gora an opportunity to score.
Yes, it could be too much bad luck.
Well, Fikre Jesus, surely, I'm not sure why he's inviting the wrath of the referee. He's been told to move the ball back. Clearly, as a player, it's just easy, follow instructions. That's just being big-headed. It's just being big-headed for nothing, really.
Some yellow cards are very unnecessary.
Fikre Jesus. And he eventually doesn't even deliver. After taking too long. The good cross coming in from Marcos. And they have been forced to move back in a haste as they try to mount an attack again. Jonas Girmel fails to get onto that ball that is cleared by Fikre Jesus, Tekle Birham. They are sitting back in numbers instead of attacking. The Insurance players, 1 red card already that was issued to Fraser Kasa. And clearly Ethiopia Insurance failing to utilize that one-man advantage as Hadia keep on probing.
Yes, they make me wonder why they sit behind with a one-man advantage. They should be there hustling for every ball. But again, the kind of football they have seen from Hadia in this match again.
It's very interesting. As they try to mount an attack, again stopped by the Hadia defender, Insurance defenders, as Mamouche gets involved in this one. Cleared. And the funny thing is that Jared Gimechu has had very little experience at the top, mostly handling the lower teams. the academy teams. And I think it's the first time that he is involved as a head coach in the Ethiopia-Premier-League. Because most of the time he was involved with his master's degree in sports science. And clearly, from the two matches that I've seen him take control, this is one against St. George, and the other one against Insurance. Oh, he's a brilliant coach. He is a brilliant coach. There's no doubt about that.
Yes, he has really transformed the style of play for Hadi Hossaina. This is the biggest offside I've seen in recent times.
He should be ashamed of himself.
I hope Fikri Jesus doesn't hear you. That is the biggest offside in Africa this season.
Dejene, they've realized they only have 4 minutes to play as they try to hurry the ball up. Again, they have to need the kind of passes as the ball lands into Biruk Mulugeta's feet. Big punt forward, Jared Daza, clearly marked out. Kitika, Jonas Girmau, again plays the ball wide. He receives it back into the midfield as they lose it out again to Biruk Marcos. His time is of essence. The team in blue, Insurance, really have not been able to at least move this ball around and enjoy themselves. They've had a torrid time. Coach believed that a win for them would definitely have put them in the right pedestal. As Birhanu Bekele, who's had a lot to do, especially on the right-hand side of the defense for Hadi Hossaina, moving up most of the time to bring in quality crosses. It looks like the legs are letting him down.
Time is of the essence now. Even coach knows. Coaches might be making the mathematics of how, if St. George win on Sunday here against Diredao, then they will go 4 points clear.
Well, a win for them would definitely have put a lot of pressure on St. George. But with this draw, they are still below St. George, and therefore St. George will come into this game a very relaxed side. I'm hoping they don't come as a relaxed side because Diredao have not won in the last 3, and there's a lot of pressure from the fans and the board for the technical bench and the players to perform in that particular match.
Yes, and
no excuse.
Especially when they know you are the champion, then they want to perform against you.
Enoch Arficho.
Talking about Sunday, Hadi Hossaina have Meshal, Sidama Bunna, and Diredao in that sequence in the next 3.
And as they claim for a penalty here by Kitika into the midfield, Jonas Girmau. Mulugeta. Can he control it? Yes, he can. Can he be able to bring it in? They're looking for it. Well, holds back, tries to go past the first defender. Again, quick recovery by Hadi as Jonas Girmau is called into battle. On the right. It's a big one. Easy pick for goalkeeper Pepe. As he knows that the clock is ticking with 30 seconds to go on the clock.
After Diredao versus St. George, the next fixture for Ethiopia Insurance is actually St. George.
Oh, that one is going to be a blockbuster. Just keep tabs with us. Have a date with us as we head into the last 15 seconds of the game. Would this be the moment for Kitika? Good defensive display there from Birhanu Bekele as they try to mount their last piece of attack here, and all the eyes will be focused on the referee. Well, Kitika has been a pale shadow of himself from the Kitika that I saw in the last few games. He's been completely outmarked, outpaced, outthought. Well, if there's a word like that.
Oh yes, a game that has really lacked a lot in terms of style and creativity. But again, too many chances lost for Hadi Hossaina.
Well, as they launch their final attack, And Nouri tries to hurry up as the referee Saboka looks at his watch. It looks like any time from now he might call this game to a close as they mount an attack through Bastilo again. It's a Kitika and it's a goal! Peter, I talked about this. I talked about what happened between Hosaዕna and St. George in the same moment in their last game.
With virtually the last touch of the ball.
Virtually the last touch. And surely, Hadia is going to blame themselves in 2 different occasions in a span of 7 days. Really.
Being beaten by the last kick of the game, surely they did it against St. George. They lost 1-0. Look at that.
I think my hunch is Jared Daza, who came in for Simon Peter. The control was absolute fantastic.
When the ball came, he took it gracefully, never in a hurry. First touch, and the second touch, he looked at the keeper, knew exactly where he was, and definitely that was never going to go out. And this one is a sight to behold.
Well, they are claiming that there was an offside. They are claiming there was an offside. Well, we might be able to show you this again, because the man who was in the correct position to see this should be Esubaleo Mebratu, the second assistant at the far end. This all drama. His drama in the last few seconds of the game. Clearly, Jared Daza, with the perfect control, alone with the goalkeeper, and the timing of the pass was absolutely fantastic. They are livid. There he goes. There is no offside.
There is absolutely no offside.
Arfichu is the one who's putting him onside. Enoch Arfichu is the one putting him onside, and that's a clear goal. It is really a clear goal. There's no doubt about that. They will rule the chances that came their way. 5 chances to be precise. And they will also rule this opportunity to defend in the last few seconds of the game.
Playing fantastically well the whole of 90 minutes. And then losing concentration in the last second of the match. And football can be so unforgiving.
It is unforgiving and it is not deceiving, because Ethiopia Insurance have gone up by 1-0. It's actually 97th minute. 97th minute. And I think he earns a yellow card despite scoring for only one reason. He removed his T-shirt.
Oh yes, and for the excitement. You definitely have to give it to him. He was super excited.
Well, we have already played 4 minutes of added time. We have also played 4 minutes of added time on the added time. So we have actually played 8 minutes. And they are still on the referee's case here with Enoch Arfichu. For me, a player who might be going into the back books of the referee as he gets himself a yellow card, the captain. Well, they have to live with it, really. They have to deal with it. I think these are lessons learned, that when you have chances, take care of those chances. As they try to mount again another attack on the right-hand side with goalkeeper Pepe involved.
Premier League መሪነትን ዳግም ተረክቧል። በ30 ነጥቦች ከ15 ጨዋታዎች ያሬድ ዳርዛ የኢትዮጵያ መድንን ጎል በ96ኛው ደቂቃ ላይ ያስቆጥሯል። ከጨዋታው ውጪ አልነበረም ያሬድ ዳርዛ። የረዳት ዳኛው ውሳኔ ትክክል ነው። አጨራረሱ ደግሞ የኢትዮጵያ መድንን ውድ 3 ነጥብ ያስገኛ አጨራረስ ነው። ኢትዮጵያ መድን በ15 ጨዋታዎች 27 ጎሎችን አስቆጥሯል። 30 ነጥብ ላይ ደርሷል። ሀዲያ ሆሳዕናዎች ከቀይ ካርዱ በኋላ የቁጥር ልዩነቱን ለማስተካከል ሚዛን ለመጠበቅ ታግለዋል፣ ጥረዋል። እስከ 96ኛው ደቂቃ ድረስ የሚችሉትን አድርገዋል። የመጨረሻው ደስታ ግን ለአሰልጣኝ ገብረመድህን ኃይሌና ለአጥቂያቸው ያሬድ ዳርዛ ሆኗል። አቡበከር ኑራ በጨዋታው ኳሶችን በማዳን የራሱ ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ ነበረው። ድራማዊ ክስተት የነበረበት ጨዋታ በሙሉ የ97 ደቂቃ እንቅስቃሴ ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና 0 ኢትዮጵያ መድን 1።
ያሬድ ዳርዛ ራሱ ጀምሮ ራሱ በጨረሰው እንቅስቃሴ የማሸነፊያዋን ጎል በ94ኛው ደቂቃ ላይ አስገኝቷል። የኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት በተከታታይ ያስመዘገባቸው ውጤቶች ላይ እንግዲህ በጣም ወሳኙ የሚባለው ይህ ውጤት ነው። ያሳለፍነው ሳምንት እንግዲህ ባቻ ውጤት ነበር ያጠናቀቀው። ዛሬ ይህንን ጨዋታ ማሸነፉን ተከትሎ ቡድኑ ከቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ በነጥብ ልቆ ተቀምጧል። በእርግጥ ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ተስተካካይ ጨዋታውን የሚያደርግ ይሆናል። በጨዋታው እጅግ በጣም ለውጥ ካመጡና በእንቅስቃሴ የተሻለ ከነበሩ ተጫዋቾች ጋር ነው ቆይታ የምናደርገው። ከያሬድ ዳርዛ ጋር ቆይታ የምናደርግ ይሆናል። በሳምንቱ መጨረሻ የሚደረጉ ጨዋታዎች እንደምትመለከቱት ዛሬ ለገጣፎ ለገዳዲ ከመቻል ጋር የሚያደርጉት ጨዋታ ይኖራል። ነገና ከነገ ወዲያም ጨዋታዎች ቀጥለው እንዲሁ የሚደረጉ ይሆናል። ከያሬድ ዳርዛ ጋር ቆይታ እናደርጋለን። በመጀመሪያ እንኳን ደስ አለ።
እንኳን አብሮስ።
በጣም ጫናዎች ነበሩ። 90 ደቂቃው በግልጽ የሚያሳየው ያን ነበረ። ያን ጎል ካስቆጠርከው በኋላ የነበረውን ደስታ መጀመሪያ ያስጋጋራል።
ነው ሰዓቱንም ያዩት ነበረ። ሰከንዶች አልፎ ነበረ። በጣም ለማሸነፍ ባለፈውም ነጥብ ጥለናል። በቀይ ነሱ ጎዶሎ ነበሩ። ያን በማሰብ 3 ነጥብ ለኛ ወሳኝ ነበረ። በጣም ባለቀ ሰዓት በማግባቴ በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል። በጣም ስሜቴን መቆጣጠር አቅቶኝ ነበረ። በጣም ደስተኛ ነበርኩ።
በሁለቱ ጎልን ተመልከተው። በሁለቱ ንክኪዎች መካከል ያንተ ተች አለበት። መጀመሪያ ኳሱን ሰጠ፣ ከዛ በኋላ እንቅስቃሴውን አየው። እስኪ ስለ ሂደቱ ንገረኝ። አስበው ነበር ስትሄድ የነበረው?
ኳሱን እንደመጣው አየሁት። ከዛ ጋር በደረቴ ያቀበልኩትና ባክፋስ ሰጠኝ። በረኛውን አይቼ ነው ያስደገፍኩበት።
እንደዚህ አይነት እንቅስቃሴዎችን ለመፍጠር ስትሞክር ነበር በመጨረሻዎቹ የመጨረሻ ደቂቃዎች ላይና ከሜዳው ጋር በተያያዘ ምቾት ተሰምቷል? እስኪ ንገረኝ።
ያው ሜዳው ለሁሉም አንድ ነው። ሜዳው ያስቸግራል፣ ግን ሜዳውንም ተቋቁመን 3 ነጥብ ጎሉንም አግብቻለሁ። 3 ነጥቡንም ይዘን ወጥተናል።
ስለ 3 ነጥቡ ንገረኝ። 3ቱ ነጥብ በጣም አስፈላጊ ነው፣ መሪ ለመሆን በጣም ያግዛችኋልና ምን ያክል ስሜት አለው በተጫዋቾች በእናንተ በአሰልጣኝ ስታፍ ውስጥ ምን አይነት ስሜት ይፈጥራል?
በጣም ለኛ እቺ 3 ነጥብ በጣም ወሳኝ ነጥብ ናት። ባለፈውም እንደጣልነው እቺ ነጥብ አስፈላጊ ነበረች 3 ነጥብ። እሱን በማግኘታችን በጣም ደስተኛ ነው ሁላችንም።
ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና ዛሬ ምንድነው አስቸጋሪ የነበረው? ምክንያቱም እስከ መጨረሻው ደቂቃ ላይ በጣም ውጥረት ውስጥ ነበራችሁ። ጎል ትፈልጋላችሁ፣ ትሞክራላችሁ። በቁጥር በልጣችሁ ነበር። እነሱ በቀይ ካርድ ተጫዋች ወጥቶባቸው ነበር። ምንድነው አስቸጋሪ የነበረው በቡድኑ ውስጥ?
ሀዲያዎች ያስቸገሩት ኳስ በማደራጀት እየሞከሩ ነበረ። እኛ ጋርም እንደዛ ተመሳሳይ ጌም ነበረ። ጎደሎ ስለሆኑ እነሱ ጫና ስለነበራቸው በጣም ተመልሶ የተከላከሉ ነበረ። በዛ ይመስለኛል።
ምን ታስባላችሁ ዘድሮ?
ፈጣሪ ያስባል። ፈጣሪ ያለው ይሆናል። መጨረሻውን አብረን ምን ይሆናል።
ጎሉን አስቆጥረህ ደስታን ስትገልጽ የጎሉን ዋጋ ነው ያሳየኸኝና እስኪ ለማን ነው የምታበረክተው?
ይሄን ጎል እኔ ቤተሰብ ቅድሚያ ለቤተሰቦቼ ለብዙ ሰው ማድረገው ቅድሚያ ለቤተሰቦቼ እና ለጓደኞቼ። እንኳን ደስ አለ። እንኳን አብሮ ደስ አለ።
ቀደም ሲል እንግዲህ ያሬድ ዳርዛ ነበር ሐሳቡን እየሰጠው በጎል ደስታ አገላለጽ ውስጥ ምን ያክል ጎሉ እጅግ አስፈላጊ እንደነበረና በዛ ጫና ውስጥ ይሄንን ጎል እንዳስቆጠሩ መመልከት ይቻላል። ለተጫዋች በተለይም ደግሞ በመጨረሻው ደቂቃ ላይ የሚቆጠር ጎል የቡድኑን የጨዋታ ውጤት ጠብቆ ለመውጣት በጣም አስፈላጊ ነው። የደረጃ ሰንጠረዡ እንደምትመለከቱት ኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት 30 ነጥቦችን ይዞ አንደኛ ደረጃ ላይ ተቀምጧል። ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና አሁንም በጥንካሬው እንደገፋ ነው፣ 4ኛ ደረጃ ላይ ነው የሚገኘው። ከአሰልጣኝ ያሬድ ገመቹ ጋር የምናደርገው ቆይታ የሚቀጥል ነው የሚሆነው። ሙሉ 90 ደቂቃ ላይ የነበረው እንቅስቃሴውና በሜዳ ውስጥ ስለነበሩት ሁኔታዎች የምናወራ ይሆናል። ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ። በመጀመሪያ እስኪ ሁለቱን ግማሾች ንገረኝ፣ የጨዋታ ግምገማህን መጀመሪያ እንስማ።
የመጀመሪያው 45 እጅግ በጣም በተሻለ ልዩነት ተጫውተናል። የግብ ዕድሎችንም ፈጥረን ያልተጠቀምንባቸው አጋጣሚዎች ነበሩ። ሁለተኛው 45 ላይ ገና በጊዜ እንደተጀመረ ተጫዋች ወጣብን በቀይ ካርድ። ያለን አማራጭ ዘግተን መጫወት ነበረ። ዘግተን ተጫውተን እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ ቆይተን የተጨመረውም 94 ደቂቃ ካለቀ በኋላ በ95 ደቂቃ ላይ ጎል ገብቶብናል። እንግዲህ እስከ 99ኛው ደቂቃ ተጫውተናል። በምን አይነት መንገድ እስከዛ ድረስ እንደተጓዘ እኔ ያላቅም። ኤኒዌይ ጠንካራ ነበር። እስከ መጨረሻው ድረስ ታግለናል።
በቁጥር አንሳችሁም ጥሩ ለመጫወት ሞክራችኋልና ያ ቀይ ካርድ ግን በጨዋታ እቅድ ላይ የነበረውን ተጽዕኖ እስኪ ንገረኝ።
ቀይ ካርድ ይኖራል ብለህ አስበህ መቼም አትመጣም ሜዳ ላይ። አንዳንድ ጊዜ ያላሰብካቸው ክስተቶች ይፈጠራሉና ያ ደግሞ ሲሆን እዛው አንተም ወዲያው ቶሎ ፕላንን መቀየር ግድ ይሆናል እና አቅደን የመጣ ነው። ከዛ በኋላ የሆነ የተለያየ ነገር ነው። ስለዚህ የመጣውን ነገር ተቀብለናል።
ጎሉ ከተቆጠረ በኋላ በጣም አለመስማማቶች ነበሩና ምንድነው አንተም እዚህ ተች ላይ ሆነ ብዙ ሐሳቦችን ስታነሳ ነበር። ከዳኞችም ጋር የነበረውን ኮሙኒኬሽን ያያዩት ነበርና ጥሩ ያልሆኑ ስሜቶች ነበሩ። ምንድነው ያላስደሰተ?
ሰዓቱ ኦሬዲ የተጨመረው 4 ደቂቃ አልቋል። ጎሉ የተቆጠረበት ደቂቃ 95 ከምናምን ሰከንድ ላይ ነው። ስለዚህ የባከነው ሰዓት ካለቀ በኋላ የገባው ጎል ፌር አይደለም፣ ተገቢ አይደለም ነው። ሰዓቱ ኦሬዲ አልቋል። ዳኛው ያሳየው ሰዓት አልቋል። ቦርዱ ላይ ይታያል። ቦርዱ ላይ እኛም እያየን ነው። ሰዓቱ ኦሬዲ ስለባከነ በባከነው ሰዓት የተቆጠረው ጎል ተገቢ አይደለም ነው ጥያቄያችን። ከባለቀ በባከነው ሰዓት ላይ ተጨምሮ ሌላ ሰዓት ነው የተጫወትነው። እስከ 99 ደቂቃ ድረስ ቆይተናል።
እንቅስቃሴው የጀመረበትና እንቅስቃሴው እንዲያልቅ የተፈቀደበት ሰዓት ነው ያልከኛለሁ።
እንግዲህ በ4 ደቂቃ መሀል ሌላ ተጨማሪ 4 ደቂቃ ይባክናል ብዬ ኤክስፔክት አላደረግም። በተጨመረ 4 ደቂቃ መሀል ማንም ሰው መገመት ይችላል። ይሄ የሚታይ ነገር ነው፣ ዓለም ያየው ነው። ስለዚህ ትክክል አልነበረም ነው ጥያቄያችን። እንደነበረን ጫና እንደነበረን የጨዋታ ብልጫ ብለን የምታስብ ከሆነ ሙሉ 3 ነጥብ ይገባን ነበር ወደ ታስባለህ ወይ? ትክክል ይገባን ነበር። በመጀመሪያው 45 ሙሉ እያለን ያለቁ 2 ኳሶችን እነዛን ጎል አስገብተን ቢሆን ኖሮ 3 ነጥብ የኛ ነበር። አመሰግናለሁ። እኔም አመሰግናለሁ። ቀደም ሲል አሰልጣኝ ያሬድ ገመቹ የሰጠውን አስተያየት ነው የተከታተላችሁት። እንደነበረን የጨዋታ ብልጫና ጫና እንግዲህ ሙሉ 3 ነጥብ ይገባን ነበር የሚል አስተያየት ሰጥቷል። በጨዋታው እንግዲህ የነበሩ ቁጥሮችን እንመልከት። 11 ኳሶችን ሀዲያ ሆሳዕናዎች ሰፊ ሙከራዎች አድርገዋል። 4 የጠበቡ ሙከራዎች ናቸው። 10 በኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት 5 የጠበቡ ሙከራዎች ናቸው። 41 ከመቶ መሀል ክፍል ላይ ነው የጨዋታ ትዕይንቱ። አብዛኛውን ንክኪዎች የነበሩት በኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት ነው ለመመስረት እንዲሁም ደግሞ ከራስ ሜዳ ለመውጣት በሚሆን እንቅስቃሴ እንዲሁም ደግሞ በተቃራኒ ቡድን የጨዋታ ጫና የመጣ የቁጥር ብልጫ ይሆናል። 25 ከመቶ ደግሞ በሀዲያ ሆሳዕና መሀል ላይ 41 ከመቶ ነበረ። ከአሰልጣኝ ገብረ መድን ኃይሌ ጋር የምናደርገው ቆይታ የሚቀጥል ይሆናል። በመጀመሪያ እንኳን ደስ አለህ።
አሜን። ታንክ ዩ።
የሙሉ 90 ደቂቃውን እስኪ ግምገማ እንስማ። መጀመሪያ
ግምገማዬ የመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ በምንፈልገው መልኩ የተጫወትንበት አይደለም። አንደኛ ረጅም ኳሶች ይበዙ ነበረ። ረጅም ኳሶች ደግሞ የነሱ በአየር የመጫወት እንትናቸው በጣም ጥሩ ስለነበሩ አክሽፈውብናል። ስለዚህ ከረፍት በኋላ መቀየር ነበረብንና ኳስን በመሬት ይዘው እንዲጫወቱ ለማድረግ ጥረት አድርገናል። ከዛም በኋላ እንደገና የተወሰነ የቁጥር ብልጫም ስናገኝ ትንሽ የተረበሸ ጨዋታ ሆነ። ምክንያቱም ትንሽ ዲሲፕሊኑ ጥሩ አልነበረም። ግን በተረጋጋ ሁኔታ ልትጫወት የምትችልበት ሁኔታ አልነበረም። እንግዲህ ሌላውን ያው ለሌሎቹ ልተውላቸውና አጠቃላይ ግን ከረፍቱ በኋላ ያደረግናቸው ቅያሬዎችም ፍሬ ያፈሩልን ይመስለኛል።
ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና በጣም መስመሮችን የሚጠቀም ቡድን ነበርና የትኛው የጨዋታ ክፍል ነበረ አንተ ጫና ፈጥረ ጨዋታውን ለመቆጣጠር ያስቸገረህ እንዳሰልጣኝ ስትመለከተው? ጨዋታው
ተቆጣጥረን ለመጫወት ያን ያህል አስቸጋሪ የሆነበት ግልጽ የሆነ ነገር አልነበረም። እንደ ቡድን ሲጫወቱ አጠቃላይ ዝም ብሎ ፍላጎታቸው እነዚህ ነገሮች የዚህ አግሬሲቭ ጨዋታዎች የበላይነት ወስደዋል። ይሄ በጣም ጥርት ያለ የሆነ ጨዋታ እንዳትጫወት የሚያደርግ አይነት ጨዋታ ያው እየተጫወቱ ነበረ። አይ ቲንክ ከመጀመሪያው ማመጣጣቸው ተረድቻለሁ። የኛ ኳስ የመጫወት አቅማቸው ጥሩ ስለሆነ እንዳይጫወቱ ለማድረግ ያሰቡ ይመስለኛል። ግን በዛ መልኩ ሜዳው የተወሰነ ነገር ሊኖረው ይችላል። እንድትጫወት ሊያደርግ ይችል ይሆናል። እንደዛ በአካል ብቃት በረጅም በዚህ በአግሬሲቭ በመሆን ምናምን ሊሆን ይችላል። ግን ሁሌም ጥቅሙ ሁሌ ላይሆን ይችላል እና መጨረሻ ለዛ ነው ተሸንፈው የወጡት።
ጎሉ የደስታ አገላለጽ ምን ይገልጻል? እስኪ በጣም ከቅርብ ጊዜ ወዲህ በጣም ደስታ ስትገልጽ ያየሁበት ይሄኛው አክሽን ነውና እስኪ ንገረኝ። ጭንቀቶች ነበሩ?
እውነት ለመናገር ጭንቀት አይደለም፣ ግን ያናድድ ነበር የነበረው ሁኔታ ማለት ነው። ጨዋታውን በትክክል ለመጫወትም አልተቻለም ነበር። አግሬሲቭ ነበሩ ከሚገባው በላይ በጣም ዳኛውንም ወከባ ምናምን በጣም የበዛ ነበር። እንደው ግለጽ ካልከኝ በጣም ብዙ ልገልጽ ይችል ነበር። እንደ ተቀይስ ስለ ታየ አንድ ተጫዋች ከዛ በኋላ እንደፈለጉ ሆኑ። ያ ደግሞ በቃ ጊዜ እንደፈለጉ የመግደል አይነት ነበርና ከዛ አንፃር መጨረሻ ላይ የተገኘው ጎል ማንም ሊደሰትበት ይችላል ብዬ ነው የማስበው። ስለዚህ በዛ ምክንያት ነው የተደሰትኩት። አንዱ እሱ ነው። ሁለተኛም 3 ነጥብ በራሱ ማግኘቱ በዚህ ወቅት ጥሩ ስለነበረ ነው።
አመሰግናለሁ።
እኔም አመሰግናለሁ።
ቀደም ሲል አሰልጣኝ ገብረመድህን ኃይሌ የሰጠውን አስተያየት ነው የተከታተላችሁት ተመልካቾቻችን። በደረጃ ሰንጠረዡ ላይ እንደምትመለከቱት ኢትዮጵያ መድን ድርጅት 15 ጨዋታዎችን አድርጎ የመጀመሪያውን ዙር በ30 ነጥቦች አጠናቋል። ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ ዛሬና ነገ የሚደረጉ ጨዋታዎችን ተከትሎ እሁድ ከድሬዳዋ ከተማ ጋር የሚያደርገውን ጨዋታ በኋላ ሙሉ 3 ነጥቦችን የሚሰበስብ ከሆነ መሪነቱ እንደገና መልሶ የሚያገኝ ይሆናል። በደረጃ ሰንጠረዥ ግልባጭ ላይ የሚገኙ ቡድኖችም የሚያደርጓቸው ጨዋታዎች እንዲሁ ይጠበቃሉ። የቤትኪንግ የኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግን እየተከታተላችሁ ትገኛላችሁ ተመልካቾቻችን። አሁንም ስርጭታችን ይቀጥላል። ጥሩ ጊዜ ሁላችሁ።
A few times in the past, the football player manager